Hi, this is Scott Winters from NewsRadio WOOD 1300, teaming up with D&W Fresh Market once again for a quick and easy meal for the single guy or maybe the small family. And I've talked before how I like shepherd's pie, or some people call it hamburger pie, and usually you can't find it in the restaurants, and so I thought, let's try making it at home. So I tried 3 or 4 different variations, and this is the recipe that I think is the simplest to make and also tastes the best. Now here's what you're going to need. You're going to need 10 ounces of mixed vegetables. I have the Spartan brand mixed vegetables. You can also use just regular frozen corn, frozen green beans, whatever vegetable you want in your shepherd's pie. Now this is a 16-ounce bag. You only need 10 ounces. Couple of options. You can just use 3/4 of the bag, or if you don't mind your shepherd's pie having a few more vegetables in it, you can just use the whole bag. But you have to make sure you have a casserole dish that's big enough to accommodate that. Then you're going to need 1 pound of ground beef. You could also use ground turkey, ground pork, ground lamb if you want. It's pretty much up to you, whatever meat you want to use. You're also going to need a 1/2 cup of chopped onion. Then you're going to need a can of cheddar cheese soup. And Campbell's the old standby, but this is just cheddar cheese soup. Then you're going to need some of the stuff that nobody can pronounce correctly, this Worcestershire sauce, whatever. It's the sauce that begins with W. You're also going to need a little thyme, and we're going to crush this just so you don't end up with the little thyme pieces in your shepherd's pie. You're going to need a little pepper, and then to top it all off, you're going to need some mashed potatoes. You can make mashed potatoes from scratch if you like. You can use the instant mashed potatoes, but I find these work just as good. And these are the home style mashed potatoes. You just microwave these things, and these will work more than sufficiently for what we're going to do. All right, let's get started. All right, we're going to start by taking our meat and browning it along with the onion, and then you're going on to drain the grease out of it. Now we're going to take our mixed vegetables, and like I say, you only need 10 ounces. This is a 16-ounce bag, so if you have a smaller casserole bowl, I'm just going to use about 3/4 of the vegetables. You're going to put those in there. You're also going to add in a 1/4 cup of water and put that in there. We're just now going to stir this together. And we're going to cover it, and we're going to let it cook for 5 or 10 minutes until all the vegetables are tender. Now once everything is nice and tender, and that's about what it's going to look like, we're now going to add our 1/4 teaspoon of thyme and pepper. We're going to add a teaspoon of your Worcestershire sauce, or whatever you want to call it. You're going to add in your can of cheddar cheese soup. And then you're going to stir all of this together. And that's about what it's going to look like. Now, you're going to take this and put it into a casserole bowl. And then on the top of the casserole bowl, you're going to take your mashed potatoes that you prepared, and you're going to put those down on top of the mixture you just put into your casserole dish. Now I found when putting this into the oven, it may seep over as it's cooking. So in the oven, I always put a cooking sheet underneath it to catch whatever drips out so it's not going into the bottom of the oven. Now you're going to take this and cook it uncovered in an oven up at 375 degrees for 25 to 30 minutes. And after 30 minutes in the oven, you're ready to eat your shepherd's pie. And there's no way to really make it look pretty for the camera, but boy, it tastes so good. So enjoy your shepherd's pie, and be sure to check out the D&W Fresh Market website. That's available at dwfreshmarket.com. You can check it out for specials going on in the store, maybe some of their culinary classes, as well as different recipes. You can search and browse through the recipes there as well. And be sure to check out my blog at woodradio.com, keyword Scott, where you'll find not only the recipe for shepherd's pie, but you can scroll back and watch some of the other cooking segments we've done as well. That's going to do it for this week. We've got a couple more of these to do before we finish up our little joint venture with D&W Fresh Market. So be sure to join me next week, and we'll have some more fun in the kitchen. Enjoy your meal.